Hi, you're watching Spin TV, Saath Saath. My name is Vivek Bathija, founder and MD of Radius Realty. And today we'll be talking about the celebrity quotient and its connect with real estate. We'll start with the celebrity quotient and its effect on the decision for people to buy real estate. So yes, it does affect because everybody likes to live close to a celebrity, close to a known person. And these people are generally very successful in life, and they have a kind of aura about themselves. And you know, a person who's buying a house wants to stay in a well-known locality, and the locality essentially is affected by these people buying houses in these areas. So if you have a celebrity in the area becomes kind of a brand itself. And yes, it does affect decision making, definitely 100%. So the question that comes to mind is, do people want to pay more on rental staying close to a celebrity? Maybe, depends, because once you know a celebrity is living in the area or in the building, that building most probably will be a good building. It will have good security, it will have good maintenance, because these celebrities, you know, they can afford to pay rental, or they can afford to buy buildings in houses in these buildings, and that means this building will have something extra than the other buildings in the area. And you know, you obviously like a celebrity being with you in the building when you have friends and guests coming over, you know, something to talk about over a cup of tea. So if you look at some of the areas that are affected by the celebrity quotient, you can start off with Bandra, which is the hub of most of the film stars staying there, and a few TV stars, of course. And you know, you have the three Khans staying there, you have the Kapoor staying there. You can name them, and they're all there in Bandra. So probably if you're walking around a coffee shop or you're going to a restaurant in the area, you will bump into one of them. And for them it's pretty normal, because if you look at Bandra as a location, nobody really goes out of the way to greet them or something. So it's just normal to have a film star around in Bandra. And Bandra by itself is today one of the most expensive markets. So if you look at places like Pali Hill or Cart Road, most of the celebrities have an asset there. And let me tell you, they're very smart purchasers. So they know what they're buying, they know the price is right, and they hire professionals to do their work right through beginning to end. So there are buildings like Samshiba and Pali Hill, Oberoi Sky Garden and Andheri. These buildings have celebrity owners, celebrity tenants, and you know, they definitely makes a difference to the kind of genre people staying there. The question that comes to mind is, will people pay more to stay there? Well, yes, two factors. One, obviously the buildings by themselves are iconic, and second, because the gentry of the building is, you know, refined. You have people with a certain standard of living purchasing houses there. So yes, it definitely gives a certain amount of premiumness to these buildings. So the question that arises, does having a celebrity in the location helps? See, there are different customers. You got a customer who says, no, I'm fine without a celebrity. I need something by the sea, or I need something on Pali Hill, or I need something near a park. But yes, we do get customers who want to be close to a celebrity home in the same lane or in the same location. You can, you know, clearly see the example of Bandra, the rates that have gone up. And in the last 4-5 years, we've seen celebrities coming and buying houses here, and it creates a certain kind of aura. People want to be close to celebrities because it becomes a hot location. The kind of shopping that you get in that location, the kind of cafes, restaurants, the whole culture around it changes. And I think celebrities play a big they're big drivers in getting the location on the map. And yes, it definitely makes a difference. So if you see a rational customer, he may not want to pay that extra buck to be closer to a celebrity home. But yes, a starstruck customer or a starstruck consumer, as you would say, they definitely want to be close to a celebrity in terms of a lane or a location, and they will pay that extra money. And the seller knows that if his house is close to celebrity home, he may get that extra premium. And once he knows the buyer is kind of a celebrity fan, then he will have to pay that extra money. So keeping things like parking, maintenance, security, all these aside for a minute, if there is a celebrity staying in the building, the buyer knows that he will have to pay a little premium to stay in that complex or to stay in that that kind of location. A very clear example is Andheri, Goregaon. There are few buildings in these complexes that in these areas that have a little premium, and the buyer knows that even though he's buying it at a premium, tomorrow if he wants to sell it, he will get that premium out of it. That brings us to the next question. What happens if you buy something under construction? So the charter is very simple. You're sitting with the sales guy in the developer's office, and he just throws a word that Mr. X or Miss Y has bought an apartment here. The image or the branding or the positioning you have of that project in your mind just goes a level higher, and that means it converts to a little more money. Because yes, a celebrity is bought here, and that the kind of people again who will be coming into the complex because of the celebrity being here will be of a certain profile. And the developer also then kind of goes into a mode where he starts restricting sale to a certain category of customers, the ones who will pay more. And it definitely helps the developer or the salesperson in getting that extra mileage out of the celebrity name. So what happens when you have a celebrity being associated with the project officially on board as a brand ambassador? In today's market, when you have so many projects, it's a clutter out there, you need a certain differentiation. The developer knows that he can put a full page ad in a leading newspaper or spend money with online resources, but eventually the branding that he has for the project, that needs to be differentiated. He has to have recall value in the customer's mind. You have examples like Sonakshi Sinha, who's just done a big campaign for a developer, Kareena Kapoor going in for someone having a project in Karjat, Shah Rukh Khan being the brand ambassador for an upcoming project in Dubai. All these things eventually give a certain recognition or instant catapult the brand, the project to the customer's mind, and there is a recall definitely for that period of time for which the celebrity is doing the campaign. So yes, getting a celebrity or a cricketer as a partner in a project or an official brand ambassador makes a big difference, because you automatically reach out to their social media, reach out to their fans immediately, just like that. So we move from having celebrities as brand ambassadors to actually seeing and buying and feeling celebrity homes. And trust me, we have done this a lot on Field Me, a lot of my friends here in Mumbai. And so the first thing that people ask is, was he really living here? And I can't name the star to you, but we've shown his houses many times to a lot of expats staying there. Beautiful sea face apartment with a private terrace, and I don't think that house has ever been empty for more than a month. And it's funny that last, I think, few months back, a very well-known yesteryear's actor bungalow has sold at Carter Road for a whopping amount. And yes, that definite is there that there was a celebrity whose name is on the paper there, who had been living. There is a kind of history to that house. Even at Pal Hill today, if you go, there are beautiful bungalows still there, all owned by renowned artists in their own right. And this trend is not only in Mumbai. If you see this trend, it comes down from foreign shows, Hollywood homes, Hollywood personality homes. They sell for a premium only because they have lived there. And the other advantage, obviously, that celebrities have a certain lifestyle. So their houses are made well, They've got certain kind of maintenance contract with professionally run organizations. And generally when you buy a celebrity home, besides being that you don't have to spend much inside, they all come with that tag of being a lifestyle home. You always want to spend that money and you want to tell your friends that, hey, listen, there was so and so staying here. And celebrity homes do come with great security, the building being maintained, and they have that extra thing of privacy, because celebrities are essentially they really want privacy in their house. So you won't have another apartment looking into this. You'll probably have a private pocket terrace or a lavish paddle pool inside. So these are assets. These are, I won't even call them buildings, they are landmarks. So you're not buying a property, you're buying a landmark, you're buying an address. And the name that was there on the signboard before you moved in or before you bought it, that is the premium that you have to pay. The new phenomenon is our Indian celebrities being on hoardings and banners internationally. This is essentially because we have a huge NRI segment, huge NRI population which is craving for an Indian connect back home. And they essentially love seeing their stars from the screen come down to the hoarding, selling furniture, maybe FMCG products, or maybe even homes. So we have Shah Rukh Khan selling homes in Dubai. We have Juhi Chawla selling furniture, branding for furniture in Dubai. We have Salman Khan also branding for a well-known brand there in Dubai. And it's not only actually NRIs, but also Indians. We Indians, when we go there for a holiday, it kind of feels like home there. And NRI market, NRIs are one of the largest buyers of property in India. So we have a lot of Indian community now also starting to buy properties outside India. And if you go to Dubai or you go to maybe London, a lot of Indian community is buying homes, small, big, whatever. And these are again very aspirational lifestyle. And when you see a celebrity owning a home there or marketing a certain project there on a hoarding, you are more inclined to have a connect, you're more inclined to have a wish or a desire to see that house, to know the price. And that basically is the first step to entering that market or entering that complex. So when an HNI knows and reads that, as per media reports, Shilpa Shetty has bought a house in Burj Khalifa, he has that inclination, that aspiration to go and check out a house in the same building. Because obviously we are all starstruck, the whole Indian community, I think the whole population is starstruck. Plus, having a celebrity in your building does have that kind of aura it gives you. It gives you that kind of ego satisfaction that you've arrived. And definitely there is the branding of the product also goes up. So you want to be associated with that brand. So one thing we're sure about, that Indians going abroad are definitely influenced by celebrities staying in the building or celebrities endorsing a product or real estate product. Which brings me to the next question. Do we all know that there was a big celebrity, one of India's biggest star, marketing a project, branding a project in NCR near Delhi? Any guesses? It was a very own Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. He was the brand ambassador for a project by the Mahagun Group 3 years back. The same Shah Rukh Khan who's today endorsing being a brand ambassador for a project in the UAE. So the important question we need to ask ourselves here is there a recall of the brand ambassador vis-a-vis the project after 2 or 3 years? Does celebrity brand management, does celebrity brand ambassador, do they actually help a project in the long run, or is it just for a phase? Do we actually even remember, maybe a year down the line, that which project was being marketed by which star? Is the project, has the project taken off? Is the celebrity still associated with the project, or was it just for the launch or for the marketing campaign that was happening? So does it really make sense taking up the cost of a celebrity for an entire project, end of the day passing on the cost of that celebrity to the final buyer, and the brand recall not being there after 2-3 years. Does this all make sense? Does celebrity endorsement make sense for a real estate project, or does a real estate project stand for something else? Does it stand for something which means yes, there is a trust, there is a kind of participation from the developer in community living, and end of the day the end buyer gets some kind of benefit without a celebrity endorsement. So India and Indians are crazy about two things. One is the movie stars, that's Bollywood, and one is cricket. It's the cricket crazy nation. So our next topic of discussion is obviously cricketers being brand ambassadors for real estate projects. We have the iconic Sachin Tendulkar being a brand ambassador for one of the leading developers in Pune, and that was a couple of years back, and I think they did a fabulous job selling out their face, where he was hand-holding them across press releases, across site and their road show, and he was there everywhere. And I think people who are not from Pune, who are from Mumbai, who are from outside India, the NRI community, they instantly connected, and I think it was a very clear example of branding getting converted to branding and marketing getting converted to sales. We have our very own Mr. Rahul Dravid, the Wall, who is known for his dependability and his integrity, being associated with Nirmal Lifestyle, a very big residential project in Mulund. A lot of clutter in Mulund, again differentiation. So the developer actually developed a sports theme which had I think more than 10 types of sports being offered within the complex, and he got the Wall, Rahul the Wall Dravid, to kind of market it, and it was an instant hit. I think that project sold out. The price rise was justified, and I think it was a brilliant strategy, because the project immediately got associated with Rahul Dravid, in terms of there was a trust factor, the project will get delivered, there was a sports theme to it, and I think people who were buying the houses, they were instantly attracted to this offer. Today though, I don't think Rahul Dravid is anymore associated with that project, but that project on its own is running very well. So cricketers definitely have an international appeal, because the youth is spread all across the world, the NRI community, and all the NRIs who do want to invest in a project in India, they do kind of figure out, because every batsman, every bowler has a huge fan following in India. Like I said, India is a cricket crazy country, and the celebrities, the cricketers today in India are very stylish. They're all icons. They are not yesteryear cricketers who used to play cricket. Today they are all very marketing savvy, very brand savvy, very brand conscious. They are online and they have huge following on Twitter and Facebook. And this all converts in terms of developing the proposition of that real estate project to a certain level, the level that you want to kind of figure out with your target audience. So developers today know that it's a whole marketing game. They have their target audience clear, they have their campaign clear, and the brand ambassador that they choose actually emulates what their project stands for. So it's not only having Rahul Dravid or Sachin Tendulkar, but it's giving something more to the customer in that project and kind of matching it up to the cricketer's name. As a matter of fact, the cricketers themselves are very choosy about whom they would actually go in and brand, because they want to also make sure that they are connected with good brands which kind of spell something out in terms of value to the customer. We have my own favorite, Mr. MS Dhoni, who is a brand ambassador for the Amrapali group in North India. And he's not only a brand ambassador for the certain project, but he's actually the brand ambassador for the group. And going across developments of commercial, retail, residential. So this is the first time where a cricketer is actually the face of the entire group, and that speaks a lot about him, about his fan following, his marketing prowess, and the trust that the developer has placed in him, and most of the people who are buying the houses, buying the offices, taking place in malls have placed in him. So So I think that speaks volumes about him and cricket as a religion in India. So as real estate goes, as a real estate asset class goes, our celebrities are very, very, very intelligent investors. They've bought the cream of the properties at the right time. They've entered the market at the right time. They have kind of evolved that property well. They've built it well, managed it well, and today they are reaping the benefit of sitting on one of the best real estate projects in Mumbai. I'm talking about Mumbai because that's where most of the real estate is held by the celebrities. So we have Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, who has Starbucks as his tenant. It's a flagship store and they are doing very well there. That plot actually was bought a few years back, and an office building was made because they wanted something which was like a private independent structure. And today Starbucks is operating out of the ground floor, and it's a good win-win situation for both of them. We have a very own Mithun Chakravarti who danced into our hearts, and he purchased this property in Ooty, which has reaped him a kind of return on return every year. And I think today this is one of the most sought after property in Ooty. Similarly, we have a lot of celebrities who bought really good apartments, sea-facing apartments, which you don't get easily in Mumbai. And these have been bought at really good prices because celebrities know the market well, they have done their research well, and they are very, very well informed about the prices and the ongoing trends in the market. They've also bought a lot of office space which they have rented out to MNCs because that's kind of a standard source of income which most of the big HNIs do. So in that sense, though they are celebrities, but they are very rational thinkers. They are the HNIs. The developer or the seller knows that I'm going to get the money from him. He has the money. So celebrities very clearly know that the money is not only in the brand endorsing, but is also in investing in real estate. And I think all of them are very savvy in terms of investing their hard-earned money. That brings me to the question, does celebrity endorsement really get the customer carried away to buy a product, to buy a house? Well, getting a celebrity on board definitely gets them to your sales counter. But there they will check because they are very informed, they are very intelligent, and they are very, very, very evolved. So whatever is there in black and white in terms of permission, in terms of amenity, in terms of delivery dates, that all will be checked by the buyer. And more so the buyer today, he will get attracted to the advertisement that shows a celebrity, but beyond that, he has his mind, he has his head on his shoulders, and he will go through with the due diligence process. I hope our discussion today has made me add value to your home buying process. I wish you all the best and buy the home that clicks in your heart straight away. Thanks.